On day 2 of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, former First Lady Michelle Obama delivered a speech that resonated deeply with the attendees and viewers nationwide. Speaking to a packed hall, her address was both a stirring reflection on the current state of American democracy and a clarion call for action in the upcoming election. Michelle Obama opened her speech with a sober assessment of the challenges facing the United States. She did not mince words, stating that the very fabric of American democracy is under threat. "We are in a time where the stakes could not be higher," she declared. Her tone was serious, reflecting the gravity of the situation as she described a nation grappling with deep political divisions, systemic inequality, and ongoing threats to voting rights. The former First Lady emphasized the importance of protecting democratic institutions, which she noted have been under unprecedented pressure. "The foundation of our democracy is at risk," she warned, pointing to recent efforts to undermine the integrity of elections and erode public trust in governmental institutions. Despite the stark warnings, Michelle Obama's speech was also a call for unity and civic engagement. She urged Americans of all backgrounds to come together to protect the values that define the nation. "This is not a time to sit back and watch," she said. "It's a time to stand up and fight for the America we believe in." She specifically addressed young voters, a demographic that played a crucial role in the 2020 election. "Your voice matters more than ever," she told them, urging them to turn out in record numbers for the upcoming midterm elections. Obama highlighted the power of voting as a tool for change, reminding the audience that progress has always been driven by active participation in the democratic process. In a departure from her usual reluctance to engage in direct political attacks, Michelle Obama offered a pointed critique of the current administration. While she did not mention President Biden by name, her references were clear. She criticized the handling of key issues such as climate change, healthcare, and the economy, arguing that the current leadership has failed to address the most pressing needs of the American people. "Leadership is about making the hard choices and standing up for what is right, even when it's not easy," she said, clearly contrasting the Democratic vision with what she described as a lack of leadership from the administration. Her words were met with applause and cheers from the audience, signaling widespread agreement with her assessment. Michelle Obama concluded her speech on a note of hope, reminding Americans that despite the challenges ahead, they have the power to shape the future. "I still believe in the promise of America," she said, her voice full of conviction. "But that promise is only as strong as our willingness to fight for it." She urged everyone listening to take action, whether through voting, volunteering, or simply engaging in conversations with those who hold different views. "Our democracy is only as strong as our commitment to each other," she emphasized, calling on all Americans to recommit to the principles of equality, justice, and freedom. Michelle Obama's speech on the second day of the Democratic National Convention was a powerful and urgent appeal to the American people. It was a call to protect the nation's democratic institutions, to engage in the political process, and to fight for a future that upholds the values of justice and equality. Her words were a reminder that the strength of American democracy lies not in its institutions alone, but in the active participation of its citizens.